wrestling review for Monday Night Raw, episode January 27th, 2013, and yeah, what is the best way? The best way to try to appease the audience, almost the entirety of your audience that you pissed the fuck off and just disappointed and shit all over at your big Royal Rumble pay-per-view. What's the best way to try to win them back? Insulting them, of course. Triple H gets on the mic and immediately insults the fans. Oh, did somebody not get what they wanted? Wow. What a bunch of fucking garbage. I can't believe he did that. I mean, it's Triple H. He is pissed that what he is serving up to the audience, they don't want to see it. So they're booing it and they're shooting it down, and he's fucking pissed. And he's like, well, you know what? I got the mic. I basically run this bitch. So I'm going to come out here and I'm going to just stick one in you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I know some people are going to say, well, it was part of the promo. He's just being a heel, cutting a heel promo. And maybe, but the thing is, like, I can remember back in the day in the Attitude Era, Vince McMahon would insult the crowd. Vince McMahon would insult the crowd all the time. Not all the time, but every once in a while, it's something he would do. And I can't remember a specific example, but I know he did it. But the thing with that is, you knew that either Stone Cold or The Rock, they were going to win in the end. They were going to overcome Vince, and they were going to come out on top. Or Vince was going to get some sort of comeuppance in some way. See, with Triple H, there's no comeuppance there. Nothing's going to happen to Triple H. Daniel Bryan certainly isn't going to fucking give him the running knee or put him in the yes lock or the LaBelle lock or anything like that. He's damn sure not. There's nothing going to happen to any of Triple H's personal property. It's going to get destroyed or anything like that. You can bet your ass that Daniel Bryan isn't going to come out with the WWE Championship at the end. Not in the foreseeable future anyway. So this was just Triple H coming out, insulting the fans because he was pissed off and because he could. And that fucking sucks. That's just terrible. Why should I pay this company any money when they fucking treat me like garbage like that? Fuck them. Fuck them all. Anyway, Daniel Bryan comes out. You get a explosion from the crowd, first of all, and kind of like a work, shoot, little bit promo. He's talking about how his match was one of the best moments of the Rumble, and one of the biggest disappointments, everybody's saying, is that he wasn't even in the Rumble. And he tried to get in, but they wouldn't let him. And Daniel Bryan says, you know, you don't seem to care about what's best for business. You just care about what's worse for Daniel Bryan. Of course, then Triple H brings out the Shield, and Seth Rollins breaks the barricade trying to hop over it and falls right on his ass, which was pretty hilarious. And then Sheamus comes out to save Daniel Bryan. And hey, Cena comes out too. Didn't see that coming. And overall, the opening segment, Triple H fucking pissed me off. But Daniel Bryan coming out and the crowd getting behind him and getting in Triple H's face, I did like that. Up next, we had Rey Mysterio and Fake Cara versus Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro. And Fake Cara, at least at the beginning of this match, was almost as botch-tastic as the real Sin Cara, who apparently is no longer with the company. The match was okay. Cesaro wound up getting the pin on Sin Cara. It was kind of a fast-paced ending that I liked, but other than that, not much to say here. Oh, more Bad News Barrett. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not watching that shit. Fuck him. So this week, it was Fandango versus R-Truth instead of Xavier Woods. And this time, R-Truth won. So there you go. This match meant absolutely nothing. So we had Randy Orton coming out. You had some small Daniel Bryan chants from this crowd, but let's be honest. I mean, this crowd, they were pretty fucking dead for most of the night. And the only thing they really did get behind was Daniel Bryan. But aside from the small Daniel Bryan chants, he almost barely had any reaction at all to Orton. And then Batista comes out, and I will say that he had a much-needed wardrobe improvement this week. He didn't look like a complete douchebag. He looked like an actual human being, so that was a positive. But he got some big-time boos when he came out, and then more Daniel Bryan chants. Then Brock Lesnar comes out, and Heyman gets on the mic, says that he wants Lesnar versus Orton for the title, or Lesnar versus Batista for the #1 contendership. And I guess Brad Maddox had till the end, or till that night to decide. So after that, we had The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler in the Battle for Ohio. The crowd chanted Cleveland sucks at one point during this match. Ziggler, he won with the zigzag. This match was kind of disappointing. It is great to see Dolph back from his concussion so soon. I was kind of expecting a little bit more in this match. We got Ryback versus the Usos. Ryback, what a dumb fucking name, man. I wasn't really feeling this match until the end when it picked up right before the Usos won. But there's not much to say other than it looks like maybe they're building up the Usos for a tag team title shot. Alberto Del Rio versus Kofi Kingston. Here's another extended squash match. Why does Del Rio always get involved in these extended squash matches? It's like they always want him to be the guy to drag fucking shit out for an extra 10 or 15 minutes. So, nobody cared about this match, to the point where the JBL chants came up from the crowd, and Bradshaw actually stood up at the announce table and, like, took a fucking bow. And then the King did a little bit after that. I don't know what the hell was going on there. It almost seemed like the announcers were acknowledging, yeah, nobody gives a shit about this match, so let's just, let's just try to make the best of it. Alright, New Age Outlaws versus Cody Rhodes and Goldust tag team title rematch from the Royal Rumble the night before. To start the match, Road Dogg, he does his shtick, then he gets in Cody Rhodes' face and says, hey, you guys were good, but you just weren't good enough. And then Rhodes and Goldust went on the attack. I thought that was pretty cool. Even though the wrestling was not spectacular in this match, not by a long shot. I was entertained because, just because of Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, the way they kept running away from Rhodes and Goldust, the way they reacted to them. I guess their antics, you could say, provided some entertainment for me during the match. Then in the middle of the match, Brock Lesnar comes out. And he just F5s Rhodes and Goldust, grabs a chair, beats the fucking shit out of both of them, breaks the chair. Good stuff. Liked it better than the stuff at the Rumble with the Big Show because they just kept going on and on and on. This was shorter, more concise. I enjoyed it a little bit more. Hell, after that, there was a garbage Divas match. I don't think so. Then we get the next Hall of Fame induction announcement. Jake the Snake Roberts. Pretty cool stuff. Jake the Snake. I really liked Jake the Snake when I was a kid, and, the whole thing with the Snake, it was just badass. I mean, when you were a kid growing up with that, it was just the best, man. It was so fucking cool. Alright, your main event, John Cena, Sheamus, and hey, they let Daniel Bryan come out last. Couldn't believe that. Versus The Shield. 3-on-3 tag match, and whichever team wins, all three members will be entered into the Elimination Chamber. So of this match, I will say this. Cena looked like fucking garbage during this match. Pretty much every time Cena got in the ring, it turned into shit. But when Sheamus was in there, it was alright. When Daniel Bryan was in there, it was awesome. But John Cena was just fucking terrible. I mean, at the beginning of the match, he did this. He was supposed to do, like, leapfrog over. I forget who he leapfrogged over. But he couldn't get the height. So he, like, lifted his one leg up, and he did, like, a half leapfrog. It looked so fucking stupid. I think it was Roman Reigns had to move to get under that one leg because his other leg was like a fucking cement brick. It wasn't going anywhere. At one point, while Sheamus was in the ring, the crowd started chanting big time for Daniel Bryan. And if you could see right at the edge of the camera, you could see Daniel Bryan and John Cena on the outside of the ring, on the apron. And you could see Cena doing this. Oh, you guys want it? Do you really want it? Well, I'm going to do it too. Yeah, yes, yes. Oh, it was so fucking pathetic. He looked like a douchebag. Oh, man. That shit was, I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. It is so pathetic, it is funny. Anyway, Sheamus, wow, Roman Reigns came in and did a spear on Sheamus, and Sheamus made it look like shit. Took that spear, fucking terrible. It looked bad. And then John Cena gets in the ring and says, you know what? If you thought that was fucking bad, wait till I take this fucking spear. And Roman Reigns speared Cena, and he speared him in his fucking knees. What the hell was Cena thinking? Cena, like, jumped up so that Roman Reigns would hit him in the knees. It looked fucking terrible. It was the worst spear I've ever seen Roman Reigns deliver that I can remember. Go back and watch the fucking video, man. It was It was just awful. It was a garbage fucking spear, and it was all because of John Cena. And then right at the end, John Cena had Roman Reigns locked in the STF. You know, as locked in as it's going to get with John Cena, which is, 3 feet of air between the guy that's getting the move applied in John Cena's arms. But they had Reigns power out of it. So that was pretty cool for Roman Reigns, and the crowd was really popping for that. Then the lights went out. Wyatt showed up and was attacking all of the faces, but the faces pushed him out. And then they announced that the face team wins by disqualification. So everybody, including Daniel Bryan, is in the Elimination Chamber match, and the Shield's not, and they're pissed. So since Raw, I think they've announced that the Shield's going to face the Wyatts at the Elimination Chamber. That'll probably be a very good match. And as far as the Elimination Chamber match itself, yeah, that's where Sheamus is going to turn on Daniel Bryan. Absolutely. When I did my Royal Rumble predictions video, a lot of people were like, man, they just posted it. Sheamus facing Bryan at Mania. And I had not seen that before I did that video, but I have since seen it. And yeah, that fucking sucks, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. These two can put on a good match. I remember their 2 out of 3 falls match at Extreme Rules after WrestleMania 28. That was a very good match. And I think that could be a good match too. But it's not the match that should happen. It should be Daniel Bryan at the top of the card. He needs to be at the top of the card, going for the belt. That's where he should be, man. At this point, it would just be fucking amazing to see that. But it's not what's going to happen. And it's further proof that this company is a bunch of fucking dinosaurs, fossils in a new age, where they just think big muscles and big fucking biceps, big quads, that's the way to go. It's garbage. Total fucking garbage. So overall, I'm going to give this Raw a D+. I mean, the last hour, that tag match, tag team title match, and then the 6-man tag at the end, those were both pretty good matches. But other than that, it wasn't a whole hell of a lot on this show. And Triple H fucking pissed me off with that comment at the beginning. So fuck this show. D+. Alright, that's it. JB Squared 61279 with a wrestling review, and I will see you guys next time.